Well, my name's Alexa Elliott. I'm 18 right now. My religion, it's kind of mixed. I have a divorced family, so my dad is Greek Orthodox, which is a little bit more laid back than my mom's religion. She is non-denominational, um, and it's a very more intense kind of religion. They uh, they have a series of rules and rituals that you kind of need to do, or else you're shunned and judged and all that. So that's
Perfect. And so give me kind of a quick rundown of growing up. What were you raised in? Were you raised religious? Kind of give me a quick rundown on that.
Okay. Well, yeah. Growing up, I didn't really get really religious until about my preteen years. I want to say like around 10 or 11 was when I really started getting into it, because my mom, even, she never really, because she was Catholic before she converted over to her religion now. And so she started really getting into the non denominational church. And then, with that, she started trying to push it onto us. And of course, me not knowing anything about that religion, I was very curious, and I myself got really into it. I did the whole being saved thing, um, and ever since then, I was really, really into the religion, reading my Bible every day, like hardcore, like they all are. And that lasted for maybe, I want to say, a year or two. I was really into that, and then I went to CBCA, and which is a Christian school, and it kind of changed my views a lot on what they teach and how they go about their ways. So.
And so change your views for the better, or change your views and because of that you turn kind of away from your religion. Tell me a little, explain that.
Yeah, definitely not in a positive way. I basically went there and automatically off the bat was judged, just since I came from a public school. The way the school works is they're actually a middle school and high school. So the kids who are in the middle school typically are Christian schooled their whole life. So for me, coming from a public school, going into a really uptight, lots of rules Christian school, I was looked at as being a sinner, and like automatically judged with a lot of stuff just from where my background was. So I saw that and was a little thrown off, considering that they believe, to accept everyone. So that definitely changed a lot of my views on that. And it's just stuff I don't believe in, because I believe everyone is equal and no one should really judge another person based on religion or anything. So that's kind of how it
Perfect. So
changed.
would you say you're agnostic right now, or atheist, or where would you put yourself?
Right now, I kind of have a mixed view on Christianity. I do still believe in the religion. I do believe the fundamentals of what they teach, but I do not believe half of their rules, half of their the way they judge people. I don't believe in that. I believe everyone's equal. I believe that everyone is going to heaven. I don't think because you say a cuss word or live a different lifestyle that you should be looked down upon. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Perfect. And so just real quick, because I forgot to get it with the rest of the girls, but if you can just quickly say for me, how all four of you, Candace, Amber, you, and Kaylee, know each other.
Well, me, Kaylee, and Amber, we all went to CVCA together, and we became really close because when you're in that environment, most people are hardcore about their religion and serious about it, and of course, we were the rebels of the school, and so we were always close. Candace, we actually just met this year when Amber went to college, and she also was from like a very like tight religious family, so we all like kind of bonded really quick off the bat. So
Perfect. And then can you quickly just say, um, I mean, I know it's not a quick story, but I have the kind of details for everybody else, and I have the details for you just off of the email from Kaylee about getting kicked out of school. So can you give us a quick, me, Kaylee, and Amber all got kicked out of the high school.
yeah, okay. Well, I'm actually the one who got kicked out twice. The first time, as you already know, was for the marijuana, and the story behind that, basically, it basically was a bunch of bullcrap because they went off of a story that they had no basis or evidence for to come at us with, and we all ended up in the office one day being criticized for smoking pot when there was just a rumor going around that somebody's spreading. So, and as they already like viewed us a certain way, they went out after our group, and they just basically, because they were already judgmental towards us, they automatically knew in their minds that we were getting kicked out. So that's what happened there. And then we ended up having to do 150 hours of service to get back in. And so we all ended up doing that process. And once we were back in, we kind of really kept it low key, and we tried to, abide by their rules more, and a lot of people, like our friend Katie, and even me and Kaylee, we really tried to, conform in a sense to what they were teaching us, because they really strike hard at your sins and really try to scare you into believing what they teach. So since, we had such a big ordeal, they definitely implied to us that if we didn't change, we were just going straight to hell. And so after that, we kind of got scared into getting our act back together, which even for me, I started getting more into it, trying to be a better person through the religion, and that kind of faded very quick, because even as they saw our efforts, they still would not stop the judging, which I can't stand. I don't need anyone judging me for how I live or how I want to live. That's my own personal decision, nothing that anyone has a right to look down on me for. So I decided one day, I was like, I'm done with this crap. I'm going to live my life. There is a lot more in the world and out there for me to experience. I'm not going to stay in this little Christian bubble the rest of my life and not know what is out there for me. So I, after that, I was just kind of completely done, and I still got the same treatment, and just seeing how they treated others just totally turned me away. And so that I went for about, maybe, I want to say, another 2 or 3 months at the school after because Sorry, I forgot to mention this detail. I did do the 150 hours of service, but I did not go back to CVCA the following year. I actually decided to go to public school again for another half a year. And so I did that, and just because of like how big of a change it was difficult for me to like find a group of friends there. I was very like depressed and miserable. So they did allow me the second semester of my junior year to go back. And when I went back is when I got kicked out again. So I went back for about 2 months, maybe at the most, and then I got kicked out again. So, and that's the story behind that that incident. I still to this day do not know how word got out about it. What happened was me and two other friends. We went to her father was out of town for the weekend, and we went to his apartment and just had a few people over. Nothing big at whatsoever. At the most, there was like I want to say like 6 people over, and we were drinking beer. Nothing too crazy at all. And I ended up hooking up with this guy and losing my virginity that night. So it was a pretty rough night for me, and a lot of emotions were involved just in that alone. And somehow like I said, I don't know how the word got out, and somebody went and told the office, because that's how they are there. If they have anything to grab at, any little drama or anything, they will go directly to the office and just rat you out. So
Oh my god.
yeah, no, it's terrible. Like I don't know if they just have nothing better to do, or they really are just that into the religion and doing the right thing, but it's just ridiculous. And it really hurt because I was going through so much, and on top of that, I find out that I'm probably getting kicked out of school again. So we all go back in the office, and this is the crazy thing, because we were all caught with the same exact thing, and their rules of like expulsion and stuff states that if you do anything that is outside of their guidelines, which is like the Bible, that you will be automatically kicked out. And this is what gets me. We went into the office all having the same accusations, and they allowed the 2 other people I was with to stay in the school. The most that they got as a punishment was an in-school suspension for 1 day. And I got expelled again.
So, oh my goodness,
yeah.
gracious.
Yeah, so
that's a crazy story.
Yeah. I mean, I could get really into detail, but that would take a long time to explain.
No,
but
you don't need to go into crazy detail. At least I just got the gist of it. But what about let's kind of veer off that topic. So, as far as your parents go right now, are they really religious? Like, do you struggle with that with your parents, or what's going on?
With my mom, I struggle a lot with my mom. I have a very very on and off relationship with her. Someday she'll come to me and try to act like best friends, and then the other tell me how terrible of a person I am and how I'm just a disappointment to her and that I'm going to hell. And just currently, actually, we got into it. She actually felt the need to go into my car and steal my pot and my bowl, my piece that I had. That was a good $120. And yeah, so we had quite a bit of drama over that. I have not talked to her for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks now, and I just get harassing texts from her like every so often telling me how much of a failure I'm going to be in life. And I just laugh in my head though, because I look at that and I'm like, you call yourself a Christian to judge me and put me down because of a simple thing that I do that's not affecting you in any sort of way. It doesn't apply to your life. I don't know why you give two thoughts about it, or why you feel the need to attack me over it. So, yeah, that's my mom.
And what about, do you live at home with her, or?
No, I actually live with my dad because of the issues that I have with her. We fight way too often. Like, just to show you the extent of her craziness, like, if I were to say the word suck, like, that sucks around her, I wouldn't get the end of it from her because that's considered a cuss word.
Oh my goodness. Freaking sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, last question, because we have a lot of footage on you guys. I don't want to get too crazy, but so do you ever? I guess my final question is, do you ever struggle with your faith? Like maybe I should just go back to it and be the quote unquote good girl my mom wants me to be. Like, do you ever have that kind of devil and angel on each shoulder, kind of trying to figure out what's the best plan for your life?
No, I don't. Because...
Okay, so just say that in a full sentence for me, like as far as just, struggling with my religion, like, I don't, and then kind of give me a quick little rundown.
Of, like, why I don't follow the religion?
No, just so I have it in the sound bite, just, you can say, I don't struggle with my faith anymore. I'm confident in the fact that I'm a good person, or, whatever.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't struggle in my faith anymore. I'm confident in who I am. I'm very confident in who I am now. And I believe, if whatever way I choose to live my life in the future, that if I feel is right, that's good enough for me. So yeah, I'm pretty set in stone on my views, and I don't plan on going back to that ever. It's a really messed up lifestyle if you really have come from that environment and really have experienced just all the crap there. Like, it's just, you never want to go back to it.
Awesome. All right, let's stop recording.
Okay.
All right, perfect. That was awesome.